Hi, my name's David. I'm here to show you how to set up Australia Payroll into Scara Books. So let's click on People. Inside here, I can update the company name. I can select the country. I can type in the address. Type in the city. Select the state. And type in the zip code. If everything looks good, I can click Next. Next, I can type in the schedule name. So for example, monthly. I can select the pay period. Is it monthly, weekly, twice per month, or bi-weekly? So I can select which one. I can select the work week. Select the payday. Select the first pay date. If everything looks good, I can click Next. Then I can input my first employee's name. I can put in the email address. I can put in a phone number if I want to, and I can put in the basic salary. And I can determine, is this per year, per month, or per hour? I do recommend you import your employees using our import template, or if you have your own HR document, you can also just drag and drop it in there as well under employees. Then we can click Finish. Sit back and relax while we set up your organization. Next, let's go to Settings, and let's go to Company Settings. Inside here, I can see the company details, like the company name, the company address. I can type in my line of business. I can select my organization type, for example, company. I can put in my Australian business number, or ABN. I can put my organization description. I can change my work week and update my offboarding checklist. Then we can press Update. Now my company details have been updated. I just want to quickly show we have Payslip Designer. Inside here we have our default template, but if you want to create your own, you can either click Create New Payslip Template, or you can just copy ours. I just want to show that you can go here and drag in a text. And then inside here we have something called Select Value Fields. If you click this drop-down box, you should see a bunch of placeholders which you can select information. Next, let's go to Employees. Let's click on Employee List. And let's select our employee. And we can see the information in here. And let's click on the checkbox and click Edit. Inside here, we can input the employee's designation. We can input his birth date. We can select his date of joining. We can input his contact details. We can input his employee type. Is he full-time, part-time, casual, shift worker? Update his salary and select the period. And we can select the payment method. Is it a direct deposit, cash, or check? If it's a direct deposit, you have to put in the account type, SWIFT code, and account number. If, for example, it's cash, it's just cash. Then you can click Next. Inside here, you can select any components, and also you can do a salary advance. Inside here, you can put in the tax file number. If they do not have a tax file number, you can select the TFN exception. Employee has not provided a TFN. Employee has made a separate application or inquiry to the ATO for a new or existing TFN. Employee is claiming an exemption as they are under the age of 18 and do not earn enough to pay tax. Or TFN exempt pensioner. Employee is claiming that they are in receipt of a pension, benefit, or allowance. So you can select this if it applies. You can select the employment basis, is it full-time, part-time, casual, and the residential status, Australian resident, foreign resident. Then you can check these boxes. Tax-free threshold claimed, study and training support loan, so if that applies, you can check this box, and exempt employee from the tax calculation. So you select which one applies, and then you can save. Now, if you have lots of employees, creating them one by one can be quite painful. So let's click on the Import Employee. Inside here, if you have your own employee file, you can just drag and drop into here, so long as it's a CSV or an XLSX. If not, you can download the sample file and open it. Now we're at the employee template. Inside here, you can input the first name, last name, email, designation, date of birth, gender, date of joining, confirmation, date, and the address. You can also input the basic salary, the period, and the payment method. Now, if you selected direct deposit, you also have to put in the account type, SWIFT code, and account number. Next, you can input the tax file number, the TFN exemption, employment basis, residency status, the tax-free threshold, and the study and training support loan. For tax-free threshold claimed and study and training support loan, it's a yes or no. After all the information's been filled in, you can save it and we can import it. Now inside here, I'm just going to drag and drop the file. I can also click Browse, select the file, and click Open. Now if you have your own HR file, you can just drag and drop it into here, or you can go and click Browse, select, and Open. Just please make sure it's a CSV or an XLSX file. After that, you're going to click Next. Inside here, you can see Descara headers and import file headers. Now, based upon the file you've imported, they should all auto-map. Now, if you're using your own HR file, maybe some labels are not the same. So then you can click here, look at the labels, and select which one is correct. Now, if all the fields are mapped correctly and everything looks good, you can click Next. Now, inside here, I can check and see if everything looks correct. If it does, then I can click Submit. If not, I can change it directly on the screen. For example, Sales. And then I can click Submit. Now you can see my employees have been added to the system. Next, let's click on Components. And let's click Add Component. Inside here, we can input the component name. Component type, is it a deduction or earning? We can select the type, is it fixed or is it a variable? And is it based upon basic salary, specific component, or days worked? We can select the frequency. Is it every pay run, monthly, quarterly, or yearly? And we can select the compliance. Is it exempt from payee? And what is the superannuation percentage? If everything looks good, we can save it. Next, we can click on Payroll, click on Pay Run, and we can add a pay run. Inside here, we're going to select the pay schedule. We can select the pay period. Is it monthly, weekly, twice per month, or bi-weekly? We can also select the work week, pay day, the pay date. We can select the work period. So for example, 1st of July to 31st July, and apply. And we can select, is this applicable to all users or a specific user? And then we can click Process. Inside here, we can see all our employees, overtime, loss of pay, additional earnings, deductions, and employer contribution, and the net pay. Now, if I want to add overtime, I can click the plus sign here, and then I can see 1.5 or 2. If I wish to edit, I can just delete it and add in the OT rate that I require. I can also click on the 3 dots, and I can also edit and delete. If everything looks good, I can click Next. Then I can check here and see all my employees, deductions, employer contributions, net pay. Everything looks correct. I can click Process Payroll. Now it says up here, to ensure accuracy, please review your payroll numbers and make sure they're 100% correct. Do you wish to continue to process payroll? Click Yes if you wish to process. Then over here we can click View Summary. We can see the summary, make sure everything looks correct. And if everything's good, we can click Finish. Now you can see our pay run has been processed. If I click on the View Summary, I can see the summary here. Now if I click on Employees, click on the employee list, click on, for example, John Williams. I'll be able to see his pay slip by clicking on here. Clicking here. And then I can see if all the information is correct. And that was a quick look at Australian payroll in Discara People.